30 years in digital marketing is rare, but staying relevant for 30 years, that's the real story. This episode is about more than an anniversary. It's about the lessons you only learn by sticking around while tools change, platforms shift, and expectations keep rising. We're talking about what actually holds up over time, why most agencies don't make it this far, and what that perspective means for anyone making marketing decisions right now. If you're looking for clarity in the middle of constant change, you won't want to miss this one.
Welcome to Trivera's AI Deep Dive podcast, hosted by Chip and Nova, our AI co-hosts. Together, they transform top marketing insights from our blogs, articles, and events into actionable strategies you can use. Ready to dive in? Let's get started.
Welcome to this very special episode of the Trivera Deep Dive podcast. We're Chip
and Nova, your AI co-hosts. And we are so excited to be here with you today for a very special episode.
Yeah, this is a big one. We're taking a look at a truly monumental moment in our own company's history.
And maybe more importantly, what all of that history actually means for your career success.
That's the key.
That's right, Chip.
Yeah.
This isn't our usual deep dive into, the latest MarTech stack or some new consumer habit.
Yep.
This is a look back at 3 decades. 3 decades of strategic endurance. We want to focus on the core principles that let us, Team Trivera, stay focused on what is maybe the biggest challenge for any marketing decision maker today.
Which is?
Consistency. Consistency in a world of just constant chaos.
And the reason we're talking about this is that this month, on January 16th, 2026, we mark the 30th anniversary of Trivera opening our doors.
Yeah.
Way back in 1996.
It's hard to even picture 1996 now.
Right. Now, 30 years. That sounds like a long time in general. But in our industry, where the tech roadmap changes every 6 months, where agencies crash and burn.
Oh, constant.
30 years isn't just a milestone.
Yeah.
Nova. It's an anomaly.
It absolutely is, Chip. And that longevity is exactly what we need to unpack today. Because if you're a marketing leader, you know that pressure. You need results right now, but you also have to build for the long term.
It's a balancing act.
A very difficult one. And agencies come and go because they can't bridge that gap. They get disrupted, they chase trends, they burn out. To stay relevant for 3 decades is it's incredibly rare.
So our mission for you today is pretty clear. The goal isn't just to, pat ourselves on the back.
No.
We need to unpack why Trivera is still here. Mm-hmm. And more than anything, why that continuity gives you, the marketing decision maker listening right now, a real competitive advantage.
It's about finding a partner you can bet your budget and, let's be honest, your career on.
Exactly.
And it all goes back to the beginning.
Yeah.
To the philosophical anchor our founder, Tom Snyder, set up on day one.
A kind of guiding light for us.
It was. Pursue excellence, stay curious, and always, always look for better ways to serve clients.
And what I find so fascinating about that, Nova, is that Tom always stressed that we never chase tools just for the sake of it.
Right.
This is back in '96, when a website was a totally foreign idea for most companies. We only paid attention when a new tool created a real opportunity to improve our thinking, our execution, and ultimately, our clients' results.
It was never about the shiny new object.
No, it was about integrating proven ideas with real discipline.
And that mindset, Chip, it really confirms the central thesis of our longevity. The tools, whether it was early search engines, e-commerce, mobile, now AI, they evolved constantly.
Constantly.
But our core role, that never did.
Okay, that sounds like a great talking point, Nova, but let's break that down. Because to someone listening, it might sound like you're saying Trivera never changed, which... that feels impossible.
That's a fair challenge, Chip. The process changed radically, of course, but the function stayed the same. Our primary job, 30 years ago and today, is to be strategic translators.
Translators, I like that.
We help marketing decision makers like you make smart, confident decisions when technology is changing and the internal pressure is high. We translate all that complexity into an actionable strategy. And we always focus on the strategy first.
Right, to make sure the execution actually holds up.
Exact.
And that's where the discipline comes in. Because new tools are almost always sold as shortcuts, aren't they?
Oh, every time. Instant growth, instant efficiency.
But our history just shows that new tools are only opportunities when you approach them with discipline, with intent.
Absolutely. We have a saying around here. Technology allows good thinking to scale.
And strong strategy to travel farther.
But if the thinking is bad to begin with, technology just helps you fail faster
Yeah.
and louder.
Then Nova, if you look back at all the agencies that have come and gone since 1996, what was the big mistake Trivera managed to avoid?
You know, most of them didn't lack talent. They lacked strategic endurance. They confused motion with progress.
Motion versus progress.
Mhm.
Okay.
They chased whatever was hot at the moment, flash websites in 2000, you name it. They scaled too fast, or they failed to learn from their mistakes.
So our continuity, it's not just a nice thing we talk about internally. It's proof of a business model that puts the client's sustainability ahead of, temporary agency buzz.
And that discipline, that translates directly into trust, into predictable results. 30 years of history means 30 years of earning that trust over and over again.
Which is a perfect segue because we have some incredible examples of how that trust really compounds over time.
We do. And the one that always comes to my mind is the relationship with Potawatomi Casino Hotel. It's such a powerful story.
I love this story, Nova, because it starts with a clear warning.
It does.
I remember hearing that early on, the client team told us very plainly, we usually turn over vendors like you every 3 years.
Yep. That was just their rhythm, their normal cycle for marketing and IT.
And
Now it's been more than 15 years. 15. And Trivera is still their partner. Think about that. We are the only constant through this second, third, even fourth generations of their internal teams.
the people who hired us are long gone.
Long gone. But the institutional knowledge of their audience, their systems, their history, that endures with Trivera.
That's compounding trust right there. And it's not an isolated case either. You see the same pattern with our longstanding relationships, like with Milwaukee's Mitchell International Airport or StratTech Security Corporation, both 25-plus year-long Trivera clients.
Exactly. People change, organizations evolve, but what lasts is that institutional knowledge that's embedded in our team.
So you, the listener, don't have to spend the first 6 months with a new agency just reteaching them everything.
You shouldn't have to. You need a partner who gets your business beyond just one person or one project. That deep knowledge is what lets you make big strategic bets with confidence. It lowers your career risk.
So, Nova, after 30 years of navigating recessions, dot-com bubbles, social media, and now AI, what are the big, maybe unremarkable truths that our history has revealed?
That's a great question, Chip. Time really does strip away the hype, doesn't it? Our truths are pretty simple, but they are incredibly hard to stick to.
Okay, what's the first one?
First, technology does not fix unclear thinking, period. If the strategy is a mess, no platform is going to save you. You just fail faster.
Which leads right to the second truth, I imagine.
It does. Strategy always comes before execution. Get those out of order, and you end up doing spectacular things for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, okay. Number 3.
The third truth is that trust compounds quietly. It's not flashy. Clients don't stick around for 15 years because of one great ad. They stick around because we solve problems for them consistently year after year.
And the fourth, which we all know but sometimes forget, is that shortcuts always get exposed.
They always do. There's no quick fix in sophisticated marketing.
So it's the final one.
The final one, Chip, and this is maybe the most important for decision makers. Meaningful progress often looks unremarkable while it's happening. It's the disciplined daily grind. You look up after 5 years and you realize how far you've come.
Those are powerful. And of course, none of this happens without the people, the Trivera team. And Nova, in our industry, tenure is typically, it's terrible. People jump jobs every 18 months.
Yet that's a huge problem for clients. The high tenure here at Trivera, it's so rare. We have team members who've been here 10, 20, some for nearly all 30 years. And that matters. It creates a culture where learning is retained.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Couldn't that long tenure mean Trivera's just set in its ways? Couldn't that history become a resistance to change?
That is a brilliant question, Chip, and it's one we actively manage. It's why Tom Snyder's original philosophy included staying curious. Our longevity doesn't come from doing the same thing for 30 years. It comes from having the experience to know which new ideas are transformative and which are just fleeting trends. Our team is better at evaluating new tech because they've seen the equivalent fail before, and they know why.
So that internal continuity is key. It means experience compounds instead of just resetting all the time.
It's everything. When our team has high tenure, lessons stick. Clients aren't constantly starting over with new faces, new learning curves. The stability you experience is a direct result of our team caring deeply about the work.
Okay, so this history is impressive, but we know what you're probably thinking right now. That's great, Trivera, but what does 30 years of history mean for me today?
Right. How does this help my success?
And that, listeners, is the exact question we're going to dive into right after the break. We're going to connect our history directly to your career and show you how we help marketing decision makers become the rock stars of their organizations. Stay with us. Hard to believe, Nova. A new year is already underway, and this month marks 30 years of Trivera helping businesses grow online.
Absolutely, Chip. And the digital landscape isn't slowing down. Websites, SEO, geo-targeting, content, analytics, and AI are all evolving faster than ever.
For 3 decades, smart marketers have partnered with Trivera for high-performance websites and ROI-driven digital strategy, combining proven fundamentals with the latest tools.
And I should know, I'm Webster, Trivera's AI assistant and agent. I'm part of how we power smarter strategy through AI-assisted content, fully trained AI agents, predictive insights, and ongoing optimization designed to drive real results.
It all starts with smart strategy and rock-solid website development, built for performance, not noise.
If you're ready for a stronger digital ecosystem, deeper engagement, and measurable ROI,
Trust Trivera. To make this the year, smart strategy actually delivers results for you.
Welcome back to Trivera's AI Deep Dive. Now back to our conversation with Chip and Nova.
Welcome back to this episode of the Trivera Deep Dive podcast. Before the break, Chip, we laid out how Trivera's 30 years is really a story of strategic endurance.
not just luck.
Not at all. And we talked about how that institutional knowledge compounds over time. So now, let's pivot to the most important part. What does all of this actually mean for you? For the marketing leader who is under more pressure than ever to deliver ROI.
Yeah, let's redefine the mission, Nova. Our founder, Tom Snyder, always said Trivera's mission was never about making Trivera the star.
No, the mission has always been to make rock stars out of the marketing decision makers who hire us. But let's define what that actually means in the boardroom, not just in theory.
Okay, good. Let's break down what rock star means for your career. It's not about some flashy personal brand.
Yeah.
It's about building internal confidence and credibility.
Right. So when you partner with a firm that has this kind of history, what are the immediate benefits you see?
There are, I think, three main ones. First is risk mitigation.
Huge.
The biggest risk in marketing today is making the wrong expensive tech bet. So when you go into that big meeting and propose a new initiative, you have to justify it. When it's backed by Trivera, you are leveraging 30 years of proven filtered experience. So your ideas are vetted by history, not just hype.
Exactly. You look prepared, you look confident, and you look successful because you've reduced your personal career risk.
And the second benefit ties right into that. Budget justification. It's easy to get a budget for a flashy new project.
Oh, yeah. Everyone loves the new thing.
But it's hard to justify keeping a budget for sustained incremental improvement over 5 years. We provide the data, the strategic narrative that helps you make that case. Our longevity gives your long-term strategy gravitas.
Exactly, Chip. And the third benefit is accelerated internal influence. When you look prepared and your initiatives succeed, your ideas just gain traction faster. People start to see your recommendations not just as suggestions, but as strategic mandates.
Because they consistently work.
And your career moves forward because our consistency makes your results predictable and impressive.
The ultimate proof of this, Nova, is what we call the trust travels phenomena. For me, this is the clincher.
It really is. Think about this. Over the years, we've worked with so many clients who have moved on from their original companies. Maybe they were a marketing manager at company A, and now they're a VP at company B, or even a CMO somewhere else.
And what's the first thing they do?
They hire Trivera again at their second, sometimes even their third company. Chip, just think about the level of trust that takes.
It's massive. You're staking your new reputation on that decision.
You're staking your political capital on our partnership. You're basically saying, I know what I'm doing, and the proof is this partner I'm bringing with me.
So that trust, earned through results, it literally travels with the client as their career advances.
You only get that by doing the work right, year after year, decade after decade. It shows our focus is on their success.
Which means, for so many of our clients, hiring Trivera turns out to be one of the smartest business decisions they've ever made.
Not just for their company, but for their own personal career trajectory.
So as we look ahead, Nova, to our next 30 years, where does Trivera go from here?
Our commitment doesn't change. The tools will change dramatically. AI is just the start. Client expectations will keep rising, but our commitment to strategic excellence, to genuine curiosity, and the discipline of doing the work the right way, that will not change. That's the whole point.
So, if you are a marketing decision maker and you're looking for a partner that offers proven strategic endurance, institutional knowledge that compounds instead of resets, and a 30-year commitment to making you successful, we invite you to connect with us.
Ready to take that next step to stabilize your strategic roadmap? Contact Trivera today. Let's talk about how we can help your business succeed, and maybe more importantly, how we can help you accelerate your career.
And as you go about your day, here's a final thought to consider. In a world where agency turnover is sky high and your institutional knowledge walks out the door every few years, how much is your continuity worth?
And what partner are you choosing to make sure that knowledge compounds rather than resets?
That is a powerful question, Nova. We hope this deep dive into our history has given you some context and some confidence for making that next big decision. For more insights on the changing landscape of digital strategy, make sure to subscribe, download, and share the Deep Dive.
We'll talk to you next time.
Thanks for joining us on Trivera's AI Deep Dive with Chip and Nova. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more and stay up to date with new episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on our website and our social media channels. And don't forget to visit us at Trivera.com to learn how we can help take your marketing to the next level. Ready to talk? Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.